Hey guys, I'm here to tell you about my paper that I wrote. I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. But in my paper, I decided to write about growth mindset and the t-test because I feel like those two really go hand in hand. With growth mindset, you have to be able to really positively teach your students to independently work. You teach a student how to do a task and then they do it on their own, they're going to fail. I mean, we're all human. We're all going to fail. We might even fail as teachers, but we have to figure out how to get past that failure. In my growth mindset part of um, my paper, I really talked about how growth mindset is going to help students not just only in your class, but in the future. Things aren't just handed to us in the real world, whether it be at our job or, at the store or just in life. Things are not handed to us, and this is the growth mindset is really teaching students to not just want things handed to them, but to work for them. Now, sometimes you're going to have students that can't figure the problem out on their own, and then that's when you help them. When they get frustrated with themselves, that's when they help them. That's when you help them. And that was for my growth mindset part. For my t-test part, I really talked about the domains and planning and instruction and learning environment. And my favorite in the domains is the learning environment because most teachers don't really think that that's important, but the learning environment is really key when it comes to students learning. Whether it's a healthy learning environment or a non-healthy learning environment, it's really going to affect the student. When you have a healthy learning environment, you will see the students strive and grow, and they'll just be different students. But when you have a non-healthy learning environment or one that the student's not striving in, you really will be able to tell that because the student's academic performance. In my story, I talk about, or in my paper rather, I talk about how the two separate work great together, but the two combined can break down mountains for students. When you bring the two together and really work them together with the growth mindset and then the domains and the t-test, you really will have an unstoppable classroom. Um, is it going to be hard? Yeah, it's going to be tough, and I talk about that because man, it's going to be tough to growth mindset's going to be hard to really teach at the first because you just want the students to succeed, so you want to give it to the students, but that's not how we should teach them and let them learn. And when it comes to t-test, it's going to be hard to really mold and change your learning environment and change the way you're planning. Planning is rough for teachers sometimes because we get so caught up in, I gotta teach this, I gotta teach this, I gotta teach this. But are you really sitting down and planning what you need to teach? Throughout this first set of questions and answers and discussion boards, I really learned a lot. With growth mindset, I didn't know anything about it, and I was very, I guess you'd say, um, not very knowledgeable about t-test. I had been observed through the t-test module because of student teaching in block 1, but I had never really known that's what it was. But it is amazing because it really helps teachers when they need help. I enjoyed writing this paper. It was difficult for me at times, but it really made me step back and think about what I had learned. So I hope you all learned something too, and maybe y'all's paper was about growth mindset, and maybe we thought the same thing. And so I hope y'all have a great rest of the year, and I'm sure we'll do another one of these, and I can't wait to hear from y'all. Thanks.